everybody. Um, how's it going? It's been a fat minute since the last time I've streamed or put any kind of media out, so I figured now would be a good time as any to do so.
Long ago, the world was racked by a great disaster, known as the Resurgence. The Resurgence corrupts everything it touches. In the blink of an eye, the world changed. The vast majority of humans and animals were transformed into vicious horrors. It was not long before human society fell apart. In their place, rising from the shadows of history, were the Revenants. Idris, the most revered and honored of all Revenants, sought out and found a way to seal the Resurgence. Yet that victory, such as it was short-lived. As time passed, the seal gradually weakened, as all things must, and it neared a fatal failure. 100 years ago, a great battle was waged. Revenants fought desperately in an attempt to restore the strength of the seal. Many brave Revenants, in fact the very bravest, met their end in this battle, which we now call the Upheaval. The heroes of that conflict managed to reseal the Resurgence in a great, moon-like shell that hangs in the sky. Today we honor them and their memory as heroes for their noble sacrifice. Even now, Calamity itself is held at bay by the mighty seal of the Luna Rapaces, which devours the life force of those heroes. And now, 100 years have come and gone since the Battle of the Upheaval. And one day, when those heroes' strength is spent, this world will...
Lou, it's time.
Hello there. Can you hear me? It's all right. Don't worry. There's no need to rush, okay? So, do you think you can remember what you looked like?
Sorry, I want to try and keep mute through all the cutscenes. In case you guys haven't guessed, this is Code Vein 2. I've already done a complete playthrough on my own, and I'm already starting New Game Plus. But I thought it'd be really fun to sit down and to record a small little like raw footage video series on this. Just because I think people who know me know that I super enjoyed the first game. I thought it was sick. I thought it was really good. This game is similar in some ways and very different in others, but all in all, I think it's a lot of fun. With that said, I'm probably going to keep a lot of this raw footage in as I like edit things. This is by no means what's it gonna be called? Like a dedicated thing. I do plan on doing kind of a challenge run with this one as well. So with this run, so in my New Game Plus run, I'm doing kind of a prison break kind of run where all I can use is like my fists, a couple select weapons, some forme, stuff like that. But yeah, so this is this is going to be kind of a Code Vein 2 playthrough, maybe a guide for people who haven't beaten the game yet. I don't know. I feel like I just need to put something out so that people know I'm alive and that I'm not just gone, if that makes sense. With that having been said, I do own the Ultimate Edition of the game, so I have a few more select customizable pieces than the base game. For example, this is Louis, his outfit from Code Vein 1 and stuff like that. So I have some things that base game you don't have unless you bought the pre-order or stuff like that. For argument's sake, I'm thinking this run, this is Lou's outfit, my bad. That's so stupid. I'm thinking for this run, I might try to. Oh my god, the skirt kills me. Oh, oh. Oh my god. For this run, I kind of want to stick to a certain like weapon type or something of that nature during playthrough. Maybe, I don't know, because there's so many different ways that you can play this game. I think maybe, let's see, because I'm doing a prisoner, that would include fighting with your fists, and that seems nigh impossible. Let's go for like a game mode where I can only use things from maybe just Code Vein 1, except for you'd immediately fail because some of the other stuff. We can give it a try though. So in honor of that, let's go with the Louis outfit. Yeah, let's have that be this run. And if I break it, then I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, etc. Let's go with no mask. I like not having a mask. Let's go with something kind of simple. Let's go with this. As much as I like Louis, his is not by any means kind of the vibe I want. With that said, we're going to do that for that. I'm going to try and keep things pretty simple on this character, aside from like their face and stuff like that. Beard, yes. And for now, we're gonna do that one. Yeah, I guess I'd like to go on ahead and apologize for not putting anything out for a fat minute. I have been so busy with school and stuff, and now I'm finally starting to get into a decent-ish rhythm with it.
Damn! I'm done for. I'm done for. Is this where it all ends? You've gotta be kidding me. It can't be. Here today, gone tomorrow. I screwed up. no good, huh? Is this the end? Royally screwed that up.
I already forgot what I was saying. Oh, school and stuff's been kind of tough this semester, especially because I have to learn like 3 different coding languages and things. So I'm trying to feel the waters around and stuff like that. I only plan on like doing like 1-hour recordings for each deal, for each segment of the series. I can easily spend like 60 hours in this game. In fact, I think my current count is somewhere in like the what's it? Probably 70 to 80-ish hours, somewhere in that range. Because there's a lot you can do in the game. Let's go put the messy hair on the top. So there's that. That's kind of been holding me back. That and my car has been having troubles, as it usually does. But car should be hopefully getting fixed soon-ish. But it's mostly just stuff that I have been doing on my own because I don't like other people touching my car. That's just kind of how I am, though. Yeah, we'll keep the current highlight deal that we've got. Bring it down a little bit. Now I should be able to... Not skin. Is it face? It's in face. We're going to do that. Let's go ahead. Let's give kind of a scarred eye look. Haven't done that yet. My initial thoughts on this game, though, have been really, really good. I super enjoyed it enough to put like 70 plus hours into it, obviously, but the story is very different from the first one, just because it's supposed to be more character driven. It's supposed to force you to make choices, which I know some people are kind of up in arms about, just because of some of the some of the choices that the developers made. But I loved the story. It's not as like gritty as some of the other ones, as like the first game. That's like for sure. But it has been a really, really fun game, especially like because you're supposed to start in an area that's far to the right side of the main map after you exit the tutorial area, but a lot of people end up doing a different character deal altogether, just because of the placement of it. So, for example, you're supposed to go and you're supposed to do Lyle first instead of Jose. For people who understand what I'm saying, who've probably played the game a little bit, you're not supposed to go straight to Jose first, but because Jose is right off the starting area, a lot of people go for her instead, including myself. And I really enjoyed Jose's story. Once we get to her, I think you guys will understand not understand why, but also kind of understand why people went to her first instead of going straight to Lyle. And the way that you uncover areas of the map is also like super interesting as well. This is just a really cool game. There's a lot of blood codes in it. I think at the moment on my main save file at the moment, I have like 20 plus deals, which is very different from Code Vein 1, and the way that you get them is very different, but it's all like, it's all super fun, it's all super cool. I really enjoy it. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do that. There we go. We'll match to the hair color. I don't mind about that. It didn't change the eye color though. I'm gonna do preset. Kind of a steely gray. Let's go with that. Paint, face paint. Jeez, they've added so much more customization to it, to the game, just in the character creator alone. And I know that a lot of people are probably watching this because they're like, I just want to play through. Hopefully I'll be able to put a timestamp as to when that starts. I feel like I'm pretty close to finalizing my look though, so if you'll just hang on just a couple more seconds, I swear. I swear. Oh yes, my DLC content stuff. Let's go with that. Maybe? No, I don't like it. I want to put this on his neck. That's Berserker, Prometheus, Echiakumos, Mia, that is Io's, that is the ribcage, the lung, the claw. Which one do I want to do? Which one did I probably end up using the most? I probably ended up using Queen's Code the most. So we'll put this, hopefully I can move this to the neck. I don't remember if I can or not. Oh, yes, we can. Just like right there. Perfect. That'll do it for me there. I'm okay with that. Accessorize time. I think we're looking pretty fly. I've already forgotten the challenge that I assigned myself. That's great, me. Real professional here. Go ahead, let's do that. I should be able to shrink it a little bit. No, I guess not. That's fine too. You can still see the gold scar and stuff underneath it. That would be there. Let's see. as we go through this, I plan on probably recording and putting this stuff out like every week-ish. So if you guys want to see a certain build, or if you guys want to see a certain like play style or something like that, please let me know. I'm more than willing to adjust to that. Just because I know that even though this game is fun for me, I want to make it entertaining for people to watch as well. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna customize this back piece a little bit, just because it's something I always do. Too far in, down. Oh, it's right there. Yep. And then let's go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and do Yakumo's across the top of it. Then we'll grow his, bring it down. Maybe we don't grow it, maybe we try and keep it around the same size. Yeah, that'll work. And then the last piece, I'm thinking this fella flipped. I will also be playing on controller, and my controller sometimes disconnects from my PC. I'm sorry, that's just the way that my new PC likes to do things. Let's grow that a little bit. Bring it in one more. Yeah. But I recently got like a $600 gaming PC, and it's worked really, really well until I got this game. This game, unfortunately, does require like 16 gigs of RAM to play, and this thing came in with 16 gigs. So this game tried to consume it all during my first playthrough, until eventually I folded and just got a brand new one. We're gonna have a little duck on our shoulder, why not? I can't move him though, if that's a problem. Can I move this duck? I can move this duck, okay. Don't want him to be ear, nose. We should be looking at left, upper arm left. And now I should be able to move him up, bring him in, rotate him that way, rotate him this way. There we go. Perfect. We have a duck. I think that'll make at least one person pretty happy. Let's go ahead and give ourselves some dual gloves. Let's just do the one. I'm okay with that. I think that's pretty good. Right there. So for people who haven't played this game before, you can have so many slots open for different customizations. These were my first handful of characters I played on my main file. So I went through with these two. Customizing the back. this is the current one right now. Going for that prisoner, you know, fighting for her life kind of the vibe. We're going to be playing through with this fella right here. We're going to go ahead and confirm that. We're going to go ahead, we're going to name this guy Wolf. And we're going to go ahead and finish.
Excellent.
It's probably been about half
It's
an
a
hour.
pleasure to make
And
your
I
acquaintance
rushed
at
that.
last.
I
All right,
might
then.
change a couple
I
things.
need you to wake up now.
Off camera, but for now, I'll go ahead and mute myself because it's a cutscene.
Ah, you've come too. As I feared, the memories may still take some time to return. Forgive me, I certainly didn't mean to startle you. My name is Lou Magmel. I am a revenant. Bear with me, for this may come as a shock. You have died once already. This is where I used a ritual to resurrect you. I gave half of my heart in order to restore yours. As a consequence, we now share the same heart, you and I. We are two lives intertwined as one. You seem well, all things considered. I'm glad. Do you think you can stand? There is someone that I'd very much like for you to meet. I know it's all new, but it's okay. You can trust me.
Alright, now we're back into the real meat and potatoes of the game. So, there are 3 different endings to this game. You can get all of them in the same run. You just have to complete all the prerequisites for each run. So, for example, the first one is just completing the game, period. Second one is saving people. Going back in time to try and save people. And the second one is required, you have to have Zenon do something with you. And then the third one is you've helped everyone throughout the game and completed all the side quests. So I'm going to leave the comments section kind of open to you guys.
I shall guide you. Please follow me.
Which ending you guys like to see. If you guys like to see all 3, I can do that. If you guys just want to see one, then that's fine.
How do you feel? Don't hesitate to tell me if you don't feel well.
For those who have no clue, kind of, some of the characters and stuff
This area was constructed underground. Let's take the elevator to the surface.
This game also does not have they've scratched that and completely overhauled their partner system instead, which I kind of support. I think it's a smart deal, especially with how powerful your partners are. For example, this is Lou, our partner. Once you earn enough stuff with her, you get her what's called a bequeathed Torme, which goes in this slot here. We're gonna get the bow right off the bat, the Statesman's bow, but she has this big axe that slows time and inflicts slow on enemies.
Our destination is the tower on the hill. Until a century ago, by
Sorry if I end up skipping dialogue while collecting items. They've paired those two buttons together for some reason. I mean, who am I to question that game in the first place? But this is a really, really interesting take on the anime Souls-like that was Code Vein 1. I super enjoyed it. The Nocturne that it was talking about, or the lunar rapaces, I think is what they called it, is that thing right there, and it's always in the sky. And then there should be a tower. I don't know if you can see it from here. I think that's it. There's the lunar rapaces. Is that? No, that's not in the center of the deal. That's the Sunken Ruins. That's Sunken Ruins. That's Zenon's Island. Yeah, I guess that is where the center of the map is. There's this tower in the center of the map. Right here. Oh, I have to rediscover the whole map again. Okay, that's fine. That'll help people. This is where all the final stuff takes place, but you can only unlock that area of the map from here, which is part of this large region. I say this large, it's all this right here is one region. This section is tied to all of this down here. This section all right here is its own deal, and then you have this whole dungeon area. This is one of the last things you'll do in this game, period. It's a late game area, but you have to complete everything, or the three major things over here before you even attempt to do anything over here. This is the tutorial island, and there's a good handful of things that we're going to be doing here. Right now we're in the present, and we'll be going to the past. And I want to get that out of the way. This game does deal with time travel. If at any point you guys are confused about that, please let me know. I'm more than happy to kind of try and sit down and say, okay, now we're in the present. Okay, now we're in the past. Now we're in the present. Our things are affecting the past. Stuff like that. So
these two were once revenants, turned to stone by a Forma. A century ago, one came to raid Magmel Island. The other is a revenant who tried to thwart him. Their duel ended in lethal blows, a moment that now stands forever frozen. In any case, come along. We should be going. There's someone expecting you at the top of the tower.
With this game, oh shoot, okay, hold on. Give it a second to render everything. Because the lady on top decides to eat up RAM. A lot of this game is free exploration. If I had to put into words kind of what this game is like compared to a couple other well-known titles, I would probably end up saying Code Vein 2 is the game that I expected Breath of the Wild to be. And Breath of the Wild, don't get me wrong, is a great game. Oh, my frames. I have to bump my graphic settings down a little bit. Settings off. Okay, quality settings. it's still bad. Fuck it, we do it live. Right, that's not supposed to happen. These are some serious performance issues. I haven't had this happen before yet. Maybe after this cutscene it'll sort itself out.
Another world snuffed from existence. Luckily, the residents were all evacuated in time, thanks in no small part to your efforts. My name is Lavinia Rhoda. It is I who carries on the great Idris's mission and legacy. It is you, though, who must save the world of man.
Okay, clarify what just happened, because I know that some people didn't quite get it either on their first playthrough or it was really hard to understand. So, based on the stuff that we got before, the story that Lou was telling, that little ball in the center where the light originated from, that's a cocoon. That's where one of the heroes was. And because their ailment was being consumed, or they were being consumed by their ailment, that caused that whole island now to become unexplorable. We cannot reach it without dying. There are 4 other heroes, or no, there's 5. There's 5 heroes that we have to go in and defeat in order to prevent something like that from happening to everything that the light touches here. I think she is definitely shining my game. Inside the Lunar Rapaces is one of the heroes. We have one in the Sunken City, one over there in that white cage, one in a quarry-like area, which should be somewhere over there, and then one in a dark, spooky forest that you can kind of see just past that pillar right there in the middle of the screen. Those are the 4 main ones, and then once we get the 4 main ones, we go into the Lunar Rapaces and finish it off. Her deal with carrying on Idris's mission is she's here to prevent the end of the world, which is what Idris tried to do about 100 years ago.
100 years ago, a group of heroes saved the world from the resurgence. They absorbed its energy into their bodies, the seal consigning them to eternal slumber. But now, unable to bear that burden any longer, the flame of that seal threatens to burn out, which results in what you just witnessed. Explosions that will eradicate the world.
Is there any way to
There's
stop
only
it?
one way to prevent this tragedy. before they reach the point of no return. And so, we must break the seal and end them before it is too late. Yes. If all of the heroes are allowed to suffer such a fate, not a trace of this world will remain. However, these seals are extremely powerful. Nothing capable of opening them is known to exist. Not in our time, at least. Our hope, the only hope, is Lu. The sole revenant with the ability to traverse time itself. With a power that incredible, subjugating the heroes becomes a possibility, at least. However, as of yet, her power has not fully matured. I ask now that you accompany her back to the past. Help her to perfect her ability and gain true command over the flow of time.
Time jump is successful. We're still where we were only moments ago. Magmel Island. Only now in the past. Thank goodness we made it. I was actually quite nervous, this being my first time jump and all. However, we must have missed our target coordinates. We seem to be in some cave or other on the island. Quickly, let's get outside and figure out where... I'm sorry. Maintaining the link... It requires more energy than I thought.
Who the hell are you?
Not now. Get away from here. In my current state, I'd only hold you back.
A revenant hunter? Not anybody I recognize. Did Magmel hire a guard?
What does it matter? Kill them now before they raise the alarm!
I hate rats. Well, can't say I remember hiring you, but if you're game, lend me a hand. Oh, I like you already. I'll just hop on your back real quick. Don't make me regret it.
The real fight starts here!
We're now
You are definitely no ordinary fighter. Who are you? And how the hell'd you wind up here? Yeah, you sure did. You got guts, I'll give you that. Either way, I bet we haven't seen the last of these goons. A friend of mine is further inside, and if I don't find him, there's gonna be some serious trouble. You feel like tagging along? You seem a little lost, but don't worry. There's plenty of wayward folks wandering these parts. Look, you help me out, and I'll make sure you get taken care of. Sound like a deal? Great, then a deal it is. The name's Noah. We should find my friend at the innermost chamber. Come on.
Alright, sweet. I think I know what challenge I'm going to do. I don't remember what I said earlier. Anytime I'm partnered with someone, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to completely max out the proficiency with their bloodline, and I can't leave that area until I have maxed it out all the way up to the point that I can. So for example, with Noah, I think you could only get it up to B. Actually, that's not true. You're not able to level things up in certain areas once they reach a certain effectiveness. Or once they reach a certain grade, you have to go fight things in a harder area. So we're gonna max out Noah's as fast as we can. We're gonna max out Lou's as fast as we can. And I have to max those two out before progressing on to the next area. Does that make sense? I'll clarify as we go along. God, I really don't want this Pokemon stick. I'd much rather have a pipe of thrall. So right now, I have Noah, which is the guy we just met. He's assimilated, and he's on this little heart on my back, which is called a jail. So we put him in timeout as we go and...
Oh, this is far from over!
I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna say this right now. I am not a great Souls-like gamer. The reason why I like Code Vein is because it's easy enough for me to pick up and it feels very rewarding. If I were to play something like Elden Ring, I would probably be on the floor curled in a ball crying.
Make sure you rest up.
Unfortunately, I think we probably played about an hour and a half and recorded about an hour and a half.
Good. Okay. If I'm right, I believe we should be able to talk here at our leisure. This is a space where our minds and the pieces of our hearts intertwine. Perhaps we could call it something fitting like the confluence. Think of it as a private realm, one that only you and I can access. It would appear that, while we are in the past, there are only certain conditions under which we can meet and speak. First, I hope you'll forgive me for being such little help. As am I assure you. But I do regret being a hindrance to you. My apologies. Now let's go over the current situation. As Lady Lavinia explained, I have been blessed with a rare power, the ability to travel back in time. However, this power remains incomplete. As it stands, I can't actually take us back to the present yet. Fortunately, the Magmel of this era still houses a vast array of formae. Among them, there is one that can augment my ability. I have already located it. Should you manage to obtain this forma, I should be able to traverse the past and present at will. With that power firmly in hand, Together, we can work towards preventing our world's demise. First things first, we will have to gain Noah's trust. Once we do that, we'll be able to roam Magmel Island much more freely. Unfortunately, there is a catch, and it is not pleasant. History says that raiders razed this island to the ground. If, as I fear, the bandits in the cave were in fact the raiders, then we have no time to lose. We need to put a stop to those raiders and rescue Noah's friend as soon as we possibly can.
Like I was saying before, I unfortunately think that it's been about an hour, maybe an hour and a half since I started recording. Like I said, this is just going to be raw footage. I'm just going to put it out here. I plan on doing this on weekly cycles, so next Saturday I will record and post all on the same day. With that having been said, thank you guys so much for watching if you stayed for this long. Hopefully you guys are here because you love Code Vein 2 or because you're interested or something like that. I'm myself love the story, so I'm able to answer a lot of questions. And if unfortunately I don't know that, I will do everything in my power to get that information to you.
Something
so with
wrong?
that having been said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!